Ayo, ayo, ayo. It's indeed Righteous Reg. Mike is on vacation today. Shout out to Mike out in Detroit. About to watch some AEW. Shout out to the homeboy. But today, we got a super insanely special episode of Indeed today. We're talking about CZW's Best of the Best. And the reason why this episode is so important to me, because the reason that I like independent wrestling in this current form, the reason that I do this podcast, largely on the backs of Best of the Best. I watched the first Best of the Best. Rest in peace to Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe. I bought the tape because of Amazing Red, and seeing all these wrestlers together, having these insanely crazy matches in this promotion I had just discovered, really changed my mind state on what independent wrestling was. Here we are in 2023, 22 years later. And this is, I've said it on Twitter many times if you've seen it, the blackest Best of the Best that has ever existed. 10 of the 13 competitors black. This is the BW 500 inside of a tournament, and I couldn't be more excited. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. Even 5 years ago, I couldn't imagine seeing a tournament like this. So this means a lot to me. Today, I am joined by three competitors that are going to be in this tournament. Two of them are starting it out against each other. I don't know how that's going to work here in this little thing. We hope they keep it on the line. But we're very excited to have these three gentlemen. First, we're going to start out. It's going to be O'Shea Edwards is out here. He's going to be, you know how O'Shea is. We're going to get into all the things O'Shea. Homie I've talked to before, wrestling veteran. We all know and we all love the homie Fred Yehi is going to be talking with this. And also somebody that's been carrying the CZW flag pretty heavily and is a very inaugural part of this. Before we talked about this, we were talking about him heading out to Germany very soon, which is going to be dope, and we'll get into that. Aaron Ash is here too to talk some destruction. So this is going to be a very dope conversation. I guess we'll start it out there. Just like I said, O'Shea and Aaron are in a match together, the first round of the best versus with also Alex Kane. This is when this match was announced, everybody was like, oh, damn, these guys are going to be throwing meat. Big meaty man slapping meat, as Big E coined the term. Let's start with you, O'Shea. In this kind of triple threat format of Best of the Best, first we're gonna get into how the importance of being in a tournament like this, and how is it your mind state going into knowing it's going to be a triple threat match to start it off.
Yeah, man. First things first, man. It's first things first, man. It's an honor being on this thing, man. Reg, man, I appreciate everything you've been doing for the world of independent wrestling, man. The fact that you guys got me on here, man. That big ups to you, man. I solely appreciate it. When it comes to CZW, man, especially like in this tournament, it's huge, man. It's huge. I'll be the first to admit that I never, in my fandom of wrestling, like originally from Atlanta, I live in Baltimore now. Man, independent scene wasn't big in the South. Right. It just wasn't. So it wasn't until like I finally found like Ring of Honor, like, midnight on like UPN, just dated myself right there.
Oh, you did.
All that good stuff that like I started to realize like, wrestling is so much deeper than I could even remotely like fathom. I told people before, like the world of wrestling is small and big at the same time. Mm-hmm. But like to be in this type of tournament, man, especially with a chance to like become the CZW World Champ, mm-hmm. that right there alone, like speaks volumes. Yep. You can go back and look at like some of the people who have held that title, and bro, they ain't slouches at all. Mm-hmm. You looking at Jonathan Gresham, yep. Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, Leo Rush, Strange Strickland. You know what I'm saying? Like these aren't slouches. These are names that are getting mentioned every single day. These are names that you're seeing on your TV every single day. And they all have that same thing in common. If you get an opportunity to be in a tournament to have that chance to do that, like you jump on it. Like that you don't think nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's a foregone conclusion. Of course, I'm gonna be there. The fact that it's triple threats. man, that's just more fun. Because here's the thing, man. When a one-on-one, man, it's you against the other guy. And the triple threat is completely different. The game's popped on his head. I don't have to be the strongest. Hell, I ain't got to be the biggest. I just got to be the smartest one in the ring. That's it. And that's what I'm going to do, man. I've been at this for a minute. I've been around the block a little bit. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. Like, I love Alex Kane to death. I love Aaron. We've all been in the same circles, same locker room.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, like, man, you can leg press 1,000 pounds all you want to, dog. Yo, man, I'm not a 45-pound plate.
The plates don't hit back, but O'Shea definitely does.
I hit back hard.
Now, Aaron, I have a couple of questions for you. One is, like I said, the purpose in this podcast started, you've been carrying the CZW flag pretty heavily, more than a lot of people have. How does it feel to be a CZW representative and have kind of, I don't want to say outsiders, but, you know, kind of people that aren't on the grind every week for CZW to come in and kind of try to take something that you feel like you deserve? And to rebut what O'Shea says, how are you going to deal with somebody, a veteran, as big, as strong, and angry as O'Shea, while also trying not to get suplexed by Alex Kane?
Well, first of all, like I said before, thank you for having me on the podcast. My first one, so I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who don't know, CZW is my home. I started here from the ground up, past 6 years. Only place I've ever been trained. So to be in the best of the best, it means a lot because I've seen the people coming through the revolving door, come in and out. I've always been here. I earned this spot in the tournament. I deserve it. Now, as you said, outsiders coming in to try to take something that's mine. Quite frankly, I don't think they can do it. I mean, like O'Shea said, he is a veteran. He's strong. Alex Kane is none to play with either. I'm here for a reason. I might be the strongest. And I'm going to prove that. Now, O'Shea has the veteran's advantage. But I'm no slouch either. I was raised by the Wolves, so I'm definitely prepared to what he has to throw at me.
Very, very interesting. That's going to be very good. Now, Fred, your match actually just got announced, your first round matchup. It's going to be Fred Yehai taking on Isaiah Wolf and Jaden Newman. These are some very tough competitors, and we know that you and Isaiah have been enthralled in a little feud here. Very angry wrestling action going on. So, Fred, you're no stranger to tournaments. We all know triple threat match, no strangers to any of this. What's going to be your strategy kind of going into having a triple threat match? And on top of that, having a little extra with Isaiah Wolf being involved.
I missed the first half of that question because my service where I'm at, like it went out. I heard the part about Isaiah Wolf. My bad, y'all. What was the first half?
The first half is that you're not a stranger to tournaments. You've been in many tournaments. What are you going to do with your veteran likeness to bring to this triple threat match and having the added kind of feud with Isaiah Wolf on top of it?
I mean, you know, when Fred Yehai steps, he steps correct. I'm gonna show up correct like I always do. Like I've been working hard. I get 2 or 3 workouts in a day. My cardio is gonna be up to par. Be ready to drop some folks on their heads. I'm gonna work this tournament with a lot of wisdom. I'm a veteran. I've been in tournaments before. I've been in tournaments before I started pro wrestling. So there it is. Like, yeah, Isaiah Wolf and I, hey, we had our thing. We resolved it. I still don't like him. I'm going to hurt him. But my focus isn't on Isaiah Wolf. My focus is getting to the finals. So, what's up, O'Shea? What's up, Aaron?
Yo, Fred.
What's up? So, yeah.
I love it. Like,
gonna be. That's what it's gonna be.
That's what it is. Fred Yehai saying I'm gonna go
That's
in there
what
and
it
beat
is.
Fred Yehai. That's pretty much all that's going on here. What going into the usual bookings or matches that you guys have, you usually know your opponent. If you were to kind of progress in this tournament, you're facing somebody you probably never faced before, somebody you never even thought of facing before. How do you prepare for new opponents where you don't get to spend 2 to 3 to a month analyzing and kind of getting to know them? How is it kind of just wrestling new opponents or people that you've never interacted with before? O'Shea.
Man, here's simple answer, man. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. A tournament like this, man, anything can happen. And usually if you prepare for anything to happen, it'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is when you're smart. Like you're smart. Man, you rely on your training, you rely on your conditioning, you rely on everything that you had to do to get you to this point. Like this is when you start finding out like who you are and like what you're made of. Because brother, you ain't got to win the first match. You got to win the second match, and then you got to go to the finals and do it again. The only thing that makes everything equal is the fact that the guy across from you, man, he's just as tired,
Mm-hmm.
if not more. So it's just one of those things of, man, like wrestling, while in itself can be very brutal and brutish, at the same time, professional wrestling is a thinking man's game. And if you do it right, and if you put the pieces on the board where they need to be, when the time comes and, opportunity and timing meet, you're already there. All you got to do is react.
Aaron?
Thankfully, in such a high-profile tournament like this, you get to see who's in the tournament beforehand, months prior.
True.
So I don't have to prepare down to the millisecond or down to the finest detail for everybody in this tournament. I have an overall picture of what everybody's capable of, what everybody brings to the table. All I got to do is trust in me and know that I'm going to come out on top.
O'Shea, you don't like that?
Oh, it ain't about what I like. I'll get to that in a minute. But
Fred, as someone who
question.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. I'm just curious. I love the pick of the wrestlers' brains and whatnot. So
let's go,
O'Shea, Aaron, do you all ever y'all have those workouts where you have your opponent in mind? You know you're about to work this person, you're about to fight this person in say 2 weeks, and in every workout you have this person in mind. You know what their tendencies are, so now you adjust your workout accordingly. And then you're like, yeah. So now when you're finally there, it's like once you're out there in that square circle, you're like, yeah, I've been here before. It kind of feels like deja vu.
It does. And it was one thing that most people don't know, man. And Fred, I've told people before, I was like, I haven't really got my ass kicked a lot. But the times I have got my ass kicked, like I've remembered in very vivid detail. And the last time me and Fred were in a wrestling ring, I can gladly admit, Fred kicked my ass. I ain't gonna lie. He kicked my ass. But I tell you what, man, I tell people all the time, I needed that so bad because I know how I felt after Fred kicked my ass. And I told myself, homie, I will never feel like this ever again. And if there's anybody I can't wait to see, it is Fred Yeha. Because, homie, I got something to show you.
I see.
And Fred
left.
Just
You had
like
him
he
leave.
left. And he left.
That was a scary ass threat, I guess.
No, brother, that wasn't
I don't need any part of this.
Bro, that wasn't no threat. That was a guarantee. You will see me, homie. We gotta talk, dog.
See?
I mean, listen.
I guess answering Fred's question, Aaron, do you kind of train with some opponents in mind? Like right now, are you like, O'Shea's a big motherfucker. Let me go for the ad. Let me go for this.
I mean, listen. When people say somebody is big, I never really believe it until I'm standing in front of that person. Now, I've stood in front of O'Shea many times. Maybe not inside that ring, but I've stood in front of him many times. He doesn't tower over me. So you can say somebody is big, but I'm just as big. Now, to get to the point about the workouts, every time I work out to beat the last me. Because I know if I can beat the last me, chances are I could beat anybody that's put in front of me. So I don't really go into workouts with someone else in mind. I go into workouts with me in mind.
Makes sense. Fred, are you back?
That's tough.
Not
Yeah,
to pick.
I'm apologize. This Wi-Fi is like Wi-Fi is weird. It keeps like cutting off. My bad, guys.
Stop using Wi-Fi
My bad,
Starbucks,
guys.
man. Come on.
Yeah. No, I'm actually at the job right now. Like that's probably why my guy like I'm outside the back of this building. That's probably
Yeah,
why. Try to step away from
big
everyone.
respect. Big respect. I
My
get
bad,
that. I
guys.
know that hustle.
Come on, man. All my favorite wrestlers need contracts, so we don't have to deal with this. They got to be at work, regular work jobs and shit. It's terrible. It's awful. Give all my guys contracts. That's where we're leading here. Fred, as someone who loves to study, that your workout thing kind of got a little into it. How is it for you who won't necessarily be able to study who comes next in the round? Is it just that I'm Fred Yehi and I could deal with anybody that's going to be in front of me?
I believe in my ability to be very adaptable. So that's where I stand with that. I'm gonna adapt and overcome. That's a Marine saying. I wasn't a Marine. I was an Air Force guy. I was an airman. But I still take that on. You know, hey, you adapt and you overcome. Whoever's in the next round, I'll be ready. That's where I stand with that.
Oh, that's what's up. So O'Shea brought it up a little bit earlier, and when he was talking about it, this tournament is to crown the brand new CZW World Heavyweight Champion. A very prestigious thing. CZW has been in kind of a transition phase these last couple of years, trying to instill some goodwill in fans moving forward because there's been some things. So this is kind of like a fresh new awakening. The best of the best hasn't been done in a few years. We're kind of starting fresh, going to be on the premier streaming network. A lot of new, fresh things. I think I'll start with you, Aaron. How important would it be as someone, you said 6 years, your whole career has been CZW. How important would it be for someone like you to win that championship?
I mean, it's very important. Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. There was a point in CZW, you know, where it was a bunch of us, me, Griffin McCoy, Vinny Talata, Boom Harden. It was just us. Everybody left. Nobody was around. We had to put it on our backs, pick it up off the mud. Now, I've been the #1 wrestler in CZW for damn near a year. I deserve that championship. It belongs to me already. But y'all wanted to have a tournament about it, so I guess we're gonna do that. So to answer your question, being the CZW World Heavyweight Champion means everything to me.
Important. O'Shea, what do you got to say?
Aaron Ash deserves to be CZW World Champion. He deserves.
I want to make sure.
O'Shea, how you take that, man? How you take that, O'Shea? He said he deserves to be.
I want to make sure. I thought I heard that, but I was like, nah, dog. Because here's the thing, man. You was CZW for the past 6 years, and that's great, and that's cool. So what? So what? It took you 6 years to get here, dog. 6 years, man. You kidding me? 6 years. Man, don't give me that. You don't deserve shit. You don't deserve nothing in this business. You want something, you go take it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it. I ain't got to be as big as you. I ain't got to be as strong as you. But I know damn sure as well, I'm smarter than you, man. Because guess what? I ain't going to beat you, homie. I'm going to break you. I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to break you. I'm going to take the will out of you, dog. And then you're going to watch me step over you, step over the next guy. And then Fred, Bubba, I hope it's you. Even though you just left again, it's cool. I'm going to step over Fred too. Homie, what you need, Rosamund? I am the Thanos of CZW. And you might be the Hulk, but understand something. Even the Hulk got his ass whooped too. I'm taking that championship home because it doesn't belong to me. It's because I want it. And when I want something, I go get it. I don't deserve it. I didn't earn it. They called me. You had to wait 6 years. They just had to call me. So what does that say about you? Either you too chicken shit to go ask for what you want, maybe you too chicken shit to go get what you want to take, or you just too much of a coward and you just sat there and you wait like a good boy. We'll find out in 2 weeks.
You said you're the Thanos of CZW, huh? You the Thanos?
I'm on my Thanos type shit. I tell you that.
Yo. Let me tell you, man, because when I saw
Come on,
these
Fred.
matches announced, when I saw that O'Shea was gonna be there, I was like, yo, man, Aaron Nash has been really doing this thing. He's been really like, he's been wrecking havoc in CZW, man. He's one of those dudes. And I was like, wait, hold on, O'Shea's coming through, and Alex Kane. I'm like, yo, that's the match I'm very, very excited for. And like O'Shea, just to let you know, like Aaron, I think he's really gonna be coming for you, dog.
I hope
I think he's
he
really coming
does.
for you, dog.
I hope he does because I would be severely disappointed otherwise.
Right. But Griffin McCoy kind of exposed them that last show. He kind of exposed them a bit. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be all that up to par for you.
Fred
I
is
want you to
instigating out here. He is instigating out here.
you should really be going. You should really be going at him because he kind of got exposed a little bit. So
Wow.
O'Shea, like you may, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than Alex Kane, I think, just do your thing, man. Just go at him. He's still gonna come at you hard. He's still coming 110.
I
But
hope he does, man.
yeah,
God, I hope he does. I hope he does, man.
Fred.
He has a little chip on it. He has a little chip on his shoulder. I'm letting you know he has a little chip on his shoulder. But O'Shea, I think you got him.
Wow.
Fred, you remember when everybody was saying I couldn't beat you? You remember that?
Well,
when everybody said
I'm not really worried about that because that was like last summer. I'm not really worried about old news. I'm talking about recent stuff. So I'm not really concerned with old news. That was like a year ago. I'm talking about right now. This is what's coming up. So I know you have a chip on you. I understand you have a big.
You mean after Isaiah Wolf beat you again?
Isaiah, he beat me.
I think he beat you. I think he beat you.
Well,
did I loosen something up in Fred Yehi that just made him beatable now? Was that me? I think that might have been me.
He beat me, but he didn't expose me. So, but I know you have a chip on your shoulder. But I just want to make sure that you know that O'Shea Edwards is coming to CZW. You got him in the first round, and you have Alex Kane. But this is the match I'm really, really excited for. All three of y'all are gonna do your things. I'm gonna be front row watching that. Well, I can't be front row, but I'll be watching. I'll be watching that one. But O'Shea, I think you got that. If I have a vote, O'Shea Edwards coming out that first round.
Well, Fred is instigating on the side. I'm not.
I know he is. I know what Fred doing. Fred ain't slick. Fred ain't slick.
Clearly.
See? I see what's going on here. I thought I was going to be the interview, but Fred was like, I'm going to come in here and instigate, get Aaron off his game. But I don't think Aaron doesn't look disheveled out here. I think he looks pretty. This is more motivation, I think, than anything. Am I right?
Listen, I am a child of the 90s and the 2000s. I am too petty for all this instigating. You cannot throw me off my game.
Okay,
I'm
listen,
too petty for it.
Fred. Yes. We agree. Fred, we talked a little bit about the CZW World Championship being the prize here. Someone that has been a champion in many places. How would it be for you to become the next CZW World Champion?
Yo, man, as O'Shea and Aaron Ash both mentioned, like the lineage, that title lineage of CZW is pretty insane. And like I've gone back, I always like to do my research, but I've gone back, I've watched like the older CZW stuff and just like what it was built on. Like those jokers were crazy, man. Those jokers were wild, but you can see the passion and the passion they had for like what they did. So to be the CZW champion, like that's a very, very big deal. That's a very, very big deal. And guys like Aaron Ash and Boom Hart and Griffin McCoy, Vinny Tolado, and several others, Deshaun Pratt, like they've really taken the company on their backs, and they're largely the ones who kind of got CZW back to where it is. Like it's gaining grounds, and this tournament is very, very important. This tournament is very important. So yes, to win that CZW world title, because that is a world title, that's a pretty darn big deal. That's
great that you guys bring that up. The lineage here is super important. I think CZW has fell in and out of a lot of people's perspective, and so they don't know about the kind of rich history that it has because they kind of attach to the batter thing. So this tournament is very important, and I think in the end, whoever wins is going to carry on the CZW championship very strongly. Very excited about that. You said something about larger and bigger. O'Shea and Aaron specifically. When I got into Best of the Best, it kind of was like the cruiser, junior heavyweight, the smaller guys tournament. But over the years, it's kind of evolved into just like, whoever can get down, kind of like in any weight, if you are strong in this type of wrestling, then you're going to be involved in this. How is it as a big man, knowing that you might deal with some little smaller people, or you're going to be put in positions that a lot of big men aren't used to? We'll start with you, Aaron.
Well, I mean, I think I'm able to showcase what I do best when I'm around smaller people, and that's honestly just beating the shit out of people. I toss a tiny man up in the air. He don't come down for 10 seconds. I bring him down and slam him. So it's nothing new. I'm not too used to tournament style, multiple matches in a night. But I believe for a big man, I have some of the best cardio out there. We're training 3-4 hours a night. These are the things I prepare for.
So O'Shea does have tournament experience. So that's going to be very, very interesting. So I want to remind you, you really have to come with it.
Thank you, Fred.
Play-by-play, Fred. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We didn't know, Fred.
Best color man in the business, Fred. Yeah,
straight
right
up.
Best color man in the business. Watch out, Caprice. He's coming for you, dog.
Fred is getting me crazy out here. And O'Shea, you're known as being one of the big, hard-hitting men of the independent circuit. Like Fred was saying, you come with some expectations. You come with some, it's not gonna be. You're not gonna be in there doing Hurricane Ranas and flying head scissors and tope con hilos. I think, right? It's gonna be more about destruction and disorder.
The thing is, man, just because you can doesn't always mean you should. I do a lot of things that most people don't see, but if I don't have to do them, I don't. Why use a $10 word when a $2 word works just as fine?
Dang.
There's a lot of just I'm not going to sit and try to run down a resume because like, what's the point? It's silly. I'm like, yo, I'm built for this. I don't work once a night. I'm working 2-3 times a night. Homie says he trains 3 hours a day like he's doing something special. Homie, that's the status fucking quo. If you a big dude, that's the status quo. You're supposed to. That's cool. But you can throw people smaller than you up in the air all you want to, but when you're bigger than 99% of the people out there, everybody's small to you. But what happens when somebody actually starts to beat your ass? What do you do then? What happens when
I'll let you know when it happens?
You're gonna find out on Saturday, Mike G, because you ain't gotta worry about just me. You gotta worry about Alex Kane. And who the fuck you think taught him? Who the hell you think he got them beats from in the first place, dog? It came from me. And he don't even know half the stuff I taught him. He's still learning. You've been in CZW, once again, homie, 6 years. You've been the best in CZW. You've been the best man CZW's ever seen. I've been the biggest and the best big man everywhere else you weren't. Don't come up to me with this nonsense, dog. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I'm really trying to keep this civil. But, yo, when you come at me with this wishy-washy bullshit, when you come at me with this flippant attitude, I do this, I do this, I do this. I'm like, homie, do you understand what's about to go down on Saturday? Regardless if you win, you ain't going to make it all the way. Homie, you're going to get broke. You're going to get broke. Because trust me, when I win this tournament and I win this championship, you're gonna see me every single night, so you could be reminded of the whooping I gave you. And then even if you do win, you're gonna see me every single night you there. And I'm gonna make your life a living fucking hell, dog. You want to be a big man? Cool. You about to find out. You about to
That's
get
it.
not even you ain't gonna get a
Give it to me.
You about to get a fucking master's class in being a big man.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
Nobody
I
asked you to
can't
be
wait.
respectful. Nobody asked you to be respectful. Give me the greases O'Shea you got.
Homie, there's supposed to
Don't
be
nobody
a
ask. I
mutual.
didn't ask for respect.
There's supposed to be a mutual respect. You just want to get grimy? We'll get grimy. I'm gonna beat you in front of your peoples. I say it right now, I'm gonna
That's
beat
what
you in
I'm
front of
here
your
for.
peoples.
I didn't come here to make nobody's. I didn't come here to be a best friend of nobody.
O'Shea,
Trust me, you was a
I
far
dare
from
you.
friend,
Hey,
dog.
O'Shea, I
What's up,
dare you to
Fred?
put ketchup on it. I dare you to put some ketchup on it. Put some ketchup
You know
on
what?
it.
You know
Yo,
what? Not only do I promise to beat the ever living shit out of Aaron Wade. When I'm done, Fred, I'm coming for you. And I'm beat the ever living shit out of you too.
I don't want none. You good?
No, you
Nah,
can't
homie.
sit on the
Nah,
side,
homie.
Fred.
You
You
good?
Nah,
can't sit on
brother.
the side.
Keep it
Nah,
your way.
brother.
Keep it over there. I don't think we even on the same. We might not be in the same bracket. I'm not
I'm
worried about
coming.
that. Look, I want to hear more about this. This here is money. This right here is money. This right here is money. I don't want to rain on no one's parade. I want to
Fred,
hear
Homie.
about
you're
this.
here
I
too.
just
You're in
wish
the
we
tournament
had
too, and you
Alex
might run
Kane.
into
I wish
one of
we had
these guys.
Alex Kane on this live. This is Stephen A. Smith, Skip Shannon. This that kind of
Skip.
talk. Yeah,
This is
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Come
Skip.
on, Skip.
This is that big
That's
man
what
talk.
this is.
Come on,
Nope.
Skip.
No one's holding back. This is exactly what you're gonna get. May 20th, CZW Best
Tell
of the
him, Reg.
Best.
Tell him.
Intense tournament. You hear what these competitors are
Tell
talking
him,
about.
Reg.
Hear what they're gonna bring Saturday, May 20th. It's gonna be intense. It's going to be an angry. You're gonna see everything you would want to see in a tournament because, like I said, there's different styles. These guys are gonna, try to destroy each other, but there's gonna be other people doing other things
Like
that are gonna
Fred.
also be on your amusement, like Fred, who might tie you up in a pretzel if he gets to you at some point. Let's talk a little bit about going into this CZW tournament, Best of the Best. You guys are doing some other things in some other places. Fred has been out there just, tearing it up everywhere. I mean, that's like, of course, like how many times have we said that? Just seen a very crazy, amazing match that he had with Jake something. He's been doing some very incredible things in a lot
That
of
was
places.
really good.
Fred, recently, no, not even recently, for the last couple of years, it seems like you've upped the intensity, which sounds crazy because you've always been a very intense wrestler. Seems like you've upped the intensity, you've upped the training regimen, you've upped everything. What has been kind of like the driving, motivating factor behind you just, going to 100?
I mean, it's just that drive to continue to get better. That's really the best way to describe it.
Mhm.
Really the best way to describe it. So when I'm not actually wrestling, I'm thinking wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it just boils down to just that drive to just get better. It's not really about proving anything. It's not really all about I want people to I want to gain some sort of notoriety. Although yes, a contract, whatever, like that would be fantastic. But
Mhm.
it just boils down to again, just that drive to, just get better. That drive to get better. That's
Uh,
pretty much yeah.
yeah, no, I got you. That makes sense. O'Shea, you're very polarizing, as we've seen here in this show here and online. Do you think that independent wrestlers are doing enough to be noticed? Because you're one wrestler that I feel that makes it known that you put effort into the things that you do. When you're assigned a match, you're going to put a promo on it. You're going to go the extra mile here. Do you think that more wrestlers are like this, or do you think we're in a pretty good space at the moment?
Yes and no. I know that's not a very non-committal answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my mind, there's always other things we can be doing. I will always be the advocate for like putting yourself out there, man. This is independent wrestling. This is, if there's ever a time where you could get it wrong, it's thank you. It's because if you're doing a move and don't get over, all right, cool. You can go back and you can tweak it. You got a story's not kind of going the way you want to, we can tweak it. We can do that, because our audience, in retrospect, what everybody's thinking aren't as big as we would like them to be, but this is the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because by the time you get to a bigger stage than what you are right now, they're expecting a level of polish that you should already have, I love it when guys like do that. I wish there was more of it. I wish more people would, open themselves up a little bit more and let them true selves like show. We can only have so many. I'm an angry wrestler. Like, yeah, all right, cool, brother. Like, that's great. But there's like 18 of those, like, right over there. So, like, what you got for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? I always tell people before, like, yo, if you're going to film a promo, you got to understand, man, you got to convince whoever's watching, you got 7 seconds to convince this guy of why you should give a fuck about me. And even after them 7 seconds are up, you have to continually like buy these seconds to keep you engaged and keep you with me. This 2023, dog, I got the internet in my pocket. If I don't like what I'm watching, I just on to the next one. So like, what are you going to give me? It's going to be like, oh shit, like I'll watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like, make me a fan. I like where the indies are. It can always be better.
Yeah.
It can always be better. The table's big enough for a lot of people to eat. A lot of people out there kind of worried about like, oh, I don't want to, but I'm like, yeah, I ain't got time for all that, dude. I'm here to I don't want to put on a show, dude. I'm trying to put on an event. Every time I wrestle, it's not just a show. It's an event. If I'm on it, homie, it's an event. I'm going to make it an event because I want my name to be synonymous with this is a wrestling event. Yo, Shay's here. How do you know? Because it's a wrestling event. I ain't trying to do these shows. I'm trying to be on events. and so like guys want to be treated like superstars, then yo, homie, if you don't portray yourself like one, who you mad at?
Yo, so speaking of being seen, that's a great transition because I mentioned before that this Best of the Best show is going to be featured on the Premier Streaming Network. It's probably as someone who's been more into with this podcast, watching independent shows. On the shows we reviewed, independent shows, we do 5 shows. I've been trying to get more into CZW these last couple months, but just to be completely honest, it's hard to find. It's hard to find, like, just let me find a show. Like, it's difficult for me, like somebody that's been looking for it. I've asked CZ, like, help me out, blah, blah, blah. So to know that it's this show right here is going to be streaming on Premier Streaming Network, this could possibly be the most people that I've seen CZW in a long time. So Aaron, as someone who's been here for 6 years, how is it going to be taking on this new thing of this might be the most people you ever stream in front of since you've started? How is that going to be for you?
It's definitely exciting. And to get to you were saying, a lot of footage that we've been doing for these past couple months to a year has been hard to find. I don't know, some of the best matches I've been having, people haven't gotten to see yet. So it's been really frustrating. But I've always prided myself on being what I call a red light guy. So when that red light's on, I'm on. So the more people watching me, the better. I enjoy it.
That's dope. Yeah, so you guys subscribe to Premier Streaming Network because this is going to be where you're going to be able to see this Best of the Best show. It's going to be super dope. There's also a lot of other great things that they're doing here. O'Shea, kind of like the same thing. You haven't had a lot of the most opportunities to wrestle in front of these huge, markets and things. You've had a couple runs in some notable places. But how is it to kind of be seen in front of a big, larger crowd? Do you change what you are, or are you just O'Shea no matter who's watching?
No, man, it's a case of, man, you dance with the girl that brought you.
Yep.
I've made it this far by doing what I'm doing. Now, why change a thing that's working? From a streaming standpoint, yeah, I'm excited. Right. There's more eyes.
Yep.
You can't lose. I'm failing to really see like the negative. It's like, oh, homie, this is great. This is a great thing. We do this so we can have these platforms to do our craft and our trade. Homie, if you're not ready to do that on a broader spectrum, like, what are you doing? I'm very confident in myself. I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in the way that, like, I treat myself, the way I behave. That, to me, cool. People are watching, yo, bet. Because the same show I'd give to 10 people is the same show I'm going to give somebody 10,000.
Freddie A. High, kind of the same question. Being seen in front of more eyes is always a better thing. And you're part of some promotions that have their own streaming services. Specifically for CZW, how do you think this new streaming thing is going to help with the progression of CZW moving forward?
Oh, it's going to help CZW tremendously, I believe. I mean, there's a lot, and notice I say we, because like I'm a part of CZW as well, not as long as, of course, Aaron Ash, but man, CZW is loaded with talent, man, loaded with talent, and now, um, yeah, everyone gets to see that. You know, there's a lot of material that that hasn't really been made public, but again, CZW is loaded with talent, man. Everyone gets to see it. Aaron Ash, Griffin McCoy, Boom Harden, Vinny Tolado,
Mhm.
man, like Isaiah Wolf. Like, you have a lot of like the roster's pretty stacked. Roster's pretty
Ruthless
stacked.
Lala.
So Ruthless Lala, yeah. So
Big ups,
like
big
the
ups to her.
roster. The roster is stacked, and there's several others who I didn't. Oh shoot, the
Mm-hmm.
rep, the Ashawn Pratt. Hey, there's so many guys on that roster, man, who really are gonna benefit from this exposure. They all work hard, and that's the other important fact. It's not that they're just talented, but they all work incredibly hard. They're at that dojo dag near every day. I train with them. I've seen what these guys can do. So yeah. There's definitely something in the water there. So, um, yeah, I can see this doing very well for their company.
That's dope. So say you come out the victor of the CZW Best of the Best tournament. You are crowned the new CZW World Heavyweight Champion. How are you going to carry that championship moving forward? The flag of CZW and representing as the heavyweight champion there in CZW. We'll start with you, Fred.
Shoot, hey man, I'm gonna eat. I'm eating. I'm eating. I love watermelon and fried chicken and the grape
You
Kool-Aid.
boy,
I'm
let's
eating. I'm
go.
eating all day. I'm eating. I'm eating good. So take that. I'm eating good.
No racial undertones at all. We'll go right to you,
No
Aaron.
racial undertones at all. No. That's real. That's real.
Yo,
That is
Fred.
real.
Fred just
That
said
is
he's about to
real.
Fred said he's about to have a real black ass moment. Like
The
what?
black. He's
I'm
like,
having
I'm
a
about to have
real
a black ass
yeah.
moment. Yeah,
That's
straight
real.
up.
Real black
Mhm.
ass
I'm eating
moment.
good. I'm eating good. I'm eating good. I'm taking on all comers, man. Taking on all
That's what's
comers. So yeah.
up.
That's real.
Aaron,
Hey
as
guys,
someone who's been,
hey guys, I apologize. I have to run. There's someone I
yeah,
have to run back to the front. I apologize, guys.
all good. Appreciate
All
you.
right.
Thank you for joining us, Fred. Yay high.
Thank
Good
you
luck in the
guys so much. It
tournament.
was so much fun, man. It was so much fun. I love stirring the pot a little bit, man.
Mhm.
All right, Fred.
All right.
Appreciate you, Fred.
All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, so I think kind of same question for you, Aaron. If you win that CZW championship, we know how much pride you have as being a CZW wrestler. How are you going to represent as the CZW champion moving forward with more eyes, more people kind of watching over?
Well, first off, when I win that world championship, it's going on the European excursion.
Hey.
It's about to see all the sites with me. I'm about to have it on my back, letting everybody know what I represent. Now, when I come back to CZW, the same mission as always. I'm going to raise CZW up, but I'm going to keep my foot on everybody's neck in that roster.
Mm-hmm.
This is my crown. Only I have it.
And O'Shea, if you win, it's just you're gonna add to the collection of many championships that you've been experiencing in the couple of years here. How are you gonna be the CZW world champion moving forward?
Man, I'm trying to put my name on a very small list.
Mm-hmm.
And even on that list of very small names, bro, there are some names on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some not so names on that list. I am trying to make sure that when my name is brought up on that list, I'm one of those names on that list.
Yeah.
And it's the issue of once I'm on that list, a high tide raises all ships. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. No hard feelings. If you want to be here, get your mind right, get your act right, and let's go get this money.
That's about as real as you can get for all of this. Both of you guys, this has been a great conversation. You guys got people way more excited about this match, knowing the stakes, knowing everything that's going into this. Let's just kind of get some what other than the CZW tournament and what's happening immediately. What kind of goals do you have as this is your first podcast, you were saying, Aaron, what kind of goals do you have like in your future coming up here in the next couple years? Where do you want this to lead to?
Well, first and foremost, I want to make professional wrestling my business.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be able to feed my family, feed myself for generations to come. Now, of course, everybody wants the big money, but in getting to the big money, sometimes you lose sight of the love of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I never want to happen. Even if I'm trying to go get the money, I still want to love what I do each and every single day. So the goal is to just keep doing as long as I can, make as much as I can, just impact as many people as I can.
Mm. And for you, O'Shea, you've been in the game for a minute now. You've seen it all. You've done a lot. Is there still some insane fire down there inside of you that wants to get a big contract, wants to be a professional TV wrestler at this point?
Oh, homie, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt, man.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Man, the path I took to even get this far, people don't know it. And the type of bullshit I had to go through,
Mm-hmm.
like personally, just to get this far, most people ain't willing to do that.
Right.
So, man, I'm trying to get all of it because I love the game. I love if there's outside of my wife, the one thing I love just as much is professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And while I still got breath in my lungs and while I still got the 4 ligaments in my knee still rocking, as long as I feel like I got that fire, that juice to go, I'm going to go. And I'm not going to go half-assed. I'm going to go 100 miles an hour. Because if I'm not going to do it at my full effort, why am I doing it? What do I got to prove? And to who? No, I'm doing this because I love it. I've gotten this far because I love it. Man, I was right there.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of yanked it from me at the last minute. I'm trying to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bringing everybody with me. Everybody who's been that close and had it took from them, I'm bringing them with me. Like, no, come on, let's go. This is our time. You know what I'm saying? But with that, in that same vein, I'm always going to leave the game better than how I found it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the guys coming up because of me now, they deserve that.
Mm.
Because and all bullshit, like even you can attest, man, there's been people out there who have just always kind of did us dirty, but we never said nothing. We kind of let it ride because, like, you know what, man? Fuck that, fuck them, whatever. I'm gonna keep doing me. And I want to make sure that when it's all said and done, I can be what I wish I had coming through.
Mm-hmm.
People coming up, hey, Shay, can I talk to you about this? Yo, what's up? What do you need? I got you. Hey, can you watch this match? Yeah, man, no problem. I would love to have that when I was coming up, but I didn't. So for me, I'm trying to get as far as I can. I'm trying to make as much money as I can so that I can turn around and everybody who's always just needed that hand out on that just to help them. Like, yo, what's up? What can I do for you? I don't claim my stretch is that big, but I'll ask around. Because why does my success ever got to hinder somebody else's?
Mm. Spoken like a true OG. Wow. What a time to be alive. Wish both of you gentlemen all the success in the world. May 20th, the CZW Best of the Best tournament is happening. It's going to be a big deal. Streaming on the premier streaming network. This is I'm very excited about this in a couple weeks. I'm excited about you gentlemen being here. Aaron, before we go, where can people find you if they want to get a little bit of Aaron Ash love, not in the CZW wrestling ring?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Aaron_Ash. You can find me on Twitter at AaronAsh1. And, when I'm out there, y'all will know. Believe me.
O'Shea?
Yeah, man, you can find me on Twitter at Big Bad Kaiju. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Kinda. It's Big Bad Kaiju, but appeared after every single word. I got a fan page on Facebook, and I have a Facebook page, but chances are I'm probably not doing anything on it because it's Facebook. So good luck. But yeah, man, you get me on my merch. at foryouwear.com, man. You also
Yes.
find me at on whatamaneuver.net. I think one or two at well, man. But both of those guys, they've been real good to me, man. So I always like to, spread love, especially for you wear, man. If you can get a shirt,
Yes.
get that thing from them. I got to put some more shirts on there. We've been discussing trying to get some more designs out there. That's going to be just exclusively to them. It's just I got to pull some other things together and this, that, and the other. But there's going to be some exclusive merch coming just over there for them, and I'm really excited for it.
Shout out to the homie Blue for you wear. You do not got for you wear. Get you some for you wear.
Get you some of that, man.
They are amazing. They're doing a lot for the wrestling community and the culture. We just love everything that's going on there. So shout out to them. As always, you can find me here every Wednesday on Indeed, every Saturday on the Grapsity podcast with Philip Lindsay. Tomorrow I'll be on the Ring of Honor post show. There's some new Ring of Honor tapings that happened this week, so I'm going to be very excited to talk about that. And everywhere else, it's at Righteous Reg. Again, thanks O'Shea, thanks Aaron for being here. Thanks Fred Yehai. You can find him at Fred Yehai on or somewhere online. He's everywhere in the game. Played a tremendous role in this.
You don't find Fred. Fred finds you.
Exactly. And that's it, you guys. May 20th, CZW Best of the Best. It's going to be dope. So shout out to all y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here. See you guys next week. Peace.
Y'all be good.